Hey everyone, welcome back to Anu Talk Show. You are a woman of color coach. You are booking sales calls with your dream clients, but you are not closing them. This episode is for you because what I want to share with you in this episode is how you will double your revenue, how you will double your conversion rate without adding a single new lead to your pipeline. So, if you're thinking as a woman of color coach, industry expert, that you need more leads, this episode is for you. At the end of this episode, you will know why you don't need more leads, but why you need to work on your conversion rate. So, let's grab pen and paper, okay, and let's get started. Because the number one thing I hear from women of color coaches who are already getting on sales calls with dream clients but not converting them is they are having this belief, I don't want to be pushy, I don't want to pressure anyone to buy. And every time I hear that thinking, that belief, I know exactly what is happening. I know exactly why you, as a woman of color coach, you are not making the income that you want to make. Maybe you are stuck at 2K a month and you want to go to 10K a month, 20K a month, and you don't know what you need to work on in order to get there. But this is the pattern we have to break, the pattern of thinking that you are being pushy when you are selling, the pattern of that you are being manipulative or pressuring when it comes to closing someone and enrolling them in your offer. So, this conversation is truly inspired by my clients inside Leverage 20 and my private clients. Like, literally, I am helping them to see that they are swimming in leads. They have so many leads in their audience, but what we are working together inside Leverage 20 is on their conversion rate. How they can double their conversion rate without adding new leads into their ecosystem. And this helped one of my previous private client. This shift alone helped the client to add a 20K a month and also gave her the freedom to think about if she is ready to quit her 9 to 5 job that she's hating for 11 years. Literally, that is what she told me on the sales call. She started to work with me, and now she has the freedom to think about, like, I want to quit my 9 to 5 job that I hated for 11 years. Imagine you are being stuck in a 9 to 5 job for 11 years that you don't even want to do, and then you are learning the skill of sales, and now you have that freedom to actually quit that 9 to 5 job. Okay, so let me describe, and maybe this sounds familiar, and if this sounds familiar with you, I want you to just comment, this is me, okay? You get on a sales call, this conversation is going well, you are connecting, and the prospect is opening up, you are telling, like they are telling you their struggles, the challenges, and you are building trust. And then the moment comes where you have to present the offer, and you can see that you are also hesitating. And now the prospect is telling you, I need to think about it, I need to talk to my spouse, and then they just go quiet. And in that moment, you are panicking, and your brain tells you, okay, back off, don't push too much. And if you say anything else, you are being too aggressive or manipulative, and you don't want to be that. Your brain tells you this is not authentic. So you do the worst possible thing, which is you help them to leave. You say something like, yeah, take your time, no rush, or worse, how about you think about this and then get back to me? I see this constantly happening on sales calls. A coach is having a conversation with a prospect who's interested, who clearly needs help, and then you, as the coach, you are getting flustered. So instead of leading the conversation, you are literally telling the prospect, yeah, how about you think about it? So you handed them the exit. Literally, you are opening the door and you are like, okay, leave. Not because the prospect wanted to leave, but because you, as the coach, you were terrified of looking like you are pressuring someone. Or another client of mine, before she started to work with me, told me that she wants to avoid sales calls altogether. Literally, her words were she does not want to talk people into things. She hates what she calls salesy and pushy energy. And I totally get that. I totally understand that you don't want to be salesy or that you don't want to be pressuring someone into buying. And I understand where that comes from because we are in the industry where some of us may be invested in coaching where it was salesy and we were pressured into something. But here is what I want you to hear. If you are a woman of color coach, you're an industry expert and you want to keep leveraging your expertise and want to help more people, your fear of being pushy is not protecting your prospect. It is actually abandoning them. You are literally abandoning them with their struggles and challenges, even though you have a solution right now. You are literally abandoning them. So I want to introduce you a concept that I teach my private clients and clients inside Leverage 20 that changed me, and that is also changing how my clients are selling, and that helped, like literally this concept helped my client to not only sign their first client, it helped them to increase their price, it helped them to have 5-figure months, 5-figure launches. And the concept is called fall in love with sales. Not tolerate sales, not get through sales and get a yes, literally fall in love with sales. Because when you love sales, okay, the entire energy, how you are doing sales calls and literally how you are doing sales shifts. You stop apologizing for bringing up your offer. You stop apologizing for selling your offer. You stop treating the enrollment, the close, like something you need to survive. And you are starting to see that every single sales conversation is an opportunity to change someone's life. You see the abundance behind it. Literally, when you have this love energy, everything around you changes, right? Like when you are so in your love energy, people feel it, people are responding it back to you. People are like, oh my god, your energy is radiating. Like I always get this compliment, like you are always radiating. Like I get this compliment in the gym, like every time when you walk into the gym, like you are always shining. It's because I am constantly in that love energy. And when you are falling in love with sales and you are embodying this concept, you will see literally so much more opportunity. You are seeing the abundance behind how many lives you can change with your solution, with your methodology, with your framework. And it's also important, okay? This is the second concept that you need to embody is be obsessed with your client's result. Be obsessed with your client's result. So when you are genuinely obsessed with the transformation your program delivers, with you, like when you know in your bones, in your being, in your soul that your client's life will be different on the other side, closing and sales is not about pressuring. You will start to see that sales is a service. You will start to see that sales is literally planting in your prospect's mind the possibility what can happen if they are going the route with you and getting the solution that you can provide to them. Think about it. If you go to the doctor, okay, and you have a like you need a procedure, okay, that would dramatically improve your health, and you are saying I need to think about it, would you want to have a doctor that says, okay, yeah, no rush, take your time? Or do you want to have a doctor that literally tells you, like, let me help you to understand why this matters right now and to your health, why you cannot keep backing off doing this procedure? And this is what sales leadership looks like. And this is what is missing from you as a woman of color coach and industry expert, because this is not manipulation. Just imagine your doctor thinks this is manipulation of telling you what will happen when you are not doing the procedure, and then you walk away thinking about it, and then you are not doing the procedure. What will happen to you and to your health and to your life? The doctor has a conviction, and you, as a coach, as an industry expert who's changing someone's life, you need to have the conviction as well. And you have to be obsessed with getting your clients results, obsessed thinking about how can I make it better for my clients, obsessed thinking about what can I add, what can I change to make the framework better, to get my clients fast and speed results. When you are obsessed with your clients' results, holding back the sales is actually a selfish act. Not making the offer is literally becoming selfish, because you're holding back the solution they need to get the desires they have for years. And I believe that is selfish. I believe it's a disservice you are doing when you are calling yourself a coach or an industry expert. It is a disservice. And it's like there was a time where I didn't make offer, where I thought that sales is pushy, sales is manipulative. I also had these moments as well when I entered into entrepreneurship. But then I made the switch. I made it like, I am working with grown ass people. Grown ass people. I am not pressuring them into buying something. I'm literally helping them to make a decision. I am literally helping them to believe in the possibilities again. And if I am not doing that, that is a disservice I am doing to myself, to my clients, and to the industry. So you are working with grown ass people. They can make their own decision. Why do you believe it's manipulative, or why do you believe it's pressuring? Don't you believe that your prospect can make a decision? Don't you believe that they are able to trust themselves to make the best decision for themselves, and that you are only the guide to help them to make a decision, no matter if it's a yes or no? That is what you need to realize. Like, when it comes to sales, it's not pressuring them into a yes. It's helping them. Hey, I see you need this. I see I can help you. This is the plan. How do you want to move forward? Literally, you are helping them to make a decision. So let me tell you what happens when you back down on a sales call because you're afraid of being pushy. So when you're already starting the sales call with the energy, oh my God, I don't want to say that my offer is 5K, you are already having this pattern of belief that you are being pushy. That is not helping you. We have to break that pattern. And as a woman of color coach, industry expert, it is so easy to have that pattern. And that's why I love working with women of color coaches inside Leverage 20, because that is what we are breaking with coaching. Breaking that that you are not even being pushy. Let that thought go. Let that pattern go. Whoever planted that seed, pull it from your brain, and let's plant new beliefs that sales is a service. And it is only being pushy and manipulative if you are not fully behind the offer you are having and behind the transformation you can deliver. So your prospects came to your sales call. They booked a sales call because something is not working. They actually booked a sales call. That was a decision they made on their own. You didn't sit on their lap and you didn't say book a call or otherwise it will happen XYZ. There was no manipulative tactics like that. They came to the call out of, in their 24 hours a day, They actually decided to spend 1 hour with you because they know something is not working and you are the authority to help them to see what is not working. You know they booked a call, so that means they are struggling. Time is the most valuable asset in the world, in the universe. You can never get the time back. Someone wasting their 1 hour, they will never get their time back. So you have to believe that these people who are booking a call with you, they are struggling. They are stuck. They showed up because they were looking for someone to lead them to a solution. They were looking for someone who had the belief in the possibilities more than themselves. And then you, the person with the solution, you literally gave them the permission to stay stuck because they were giving you an objection. You told them to go and think about it. You told them and you let them to walk away from the thing that would have changed their business, their health, their income, their family's future. You did not protect them by backing off. You did not. You actually failed them. You failed them and you failed your offer. Because that prospect goes home, they sit in the same frustration on their own. Now all these creepy thoughts are coming that it is not possible and that it can never happen for them, and they keep doing all these things that is keeping them stuck, and they keep working harder and harder and harder than they should, actually for less than they deserve. And 6 months from now, they are still at the exact same place. Or worse, they have maybe quit believing in the possibility. Meanwhile, you are telling yourself you are not good at sales. But you never gave yourself the chance to be good at sales, to be great at sales. You never gave yourself the chance to get better at sales because you left the game before it started. And that is what I see so many women of color coaches doing. They are leaving the game before it is starting because they are hearing objections here, objections there, and then they are telling themselves that they are not good at sales and that they don't want to be pushy or manipulative. So the coach who backs down on the close is not being kind. You are not being kind with thinking about their money. You are not kind by leaving them and letting them go. You are choosing your own comfort over your prospect's transformation. Let that sink. You are choosing your own comfort over your prospect's transformation. Okay, so I want you to tell you 3 things what it actually looks like to lead a sales call without being pushy, okay? Because what I teach inside Leverage 20 is an ethical sales call process. We are not being pushy. We are not being manipulative. We are literally transferring beliefs in someone else to believe in the possibility so that they are making a buying decision from that future state. Everyone has a fear. Everyone has a challenge. Everyone has hesitation and why it won't happen for them. In 2026, as a coach, you are working with sophisticated buyers, means those buyers are in the industry for a while, right? They invested before in courses, in mentorships, in memberships, because coaching didn't start yesterday. It's already here for years, right? So that person thinks about all these stuff before they make a buying decision. They have all these hesitation, objections, all these fears before they make a buying decision. And the ethical sales process is literally believing that we are transferring the belief into our prospect's mind and help them on the call in a sales conversation to make the best possible decision from their future state, not from where they are stuck. That's ethical for me. That is ethical. So the number one thing is that you have to stop treating objections as a no. Objection is not a rejection. Objection is not a rejection. Objection is literally data telling you that this prospect has a question that you didn't answer before. Objection is a question your prospect has not asked yet. And your job is to uncover that. So when someone says, I need to think about it, instead of being like, instead of actually thinking, oh my God, I got rejected, they are rejecting my offer, they are rejecting my price, the response is not take your time and come back to me. The response is, okay, so what specifically do you want to think about it? Let me help you through your thought process. That's you as the salesperson being curious in the sales conversation. That's where you are detaching yourself from the business, because when you think you are only good enough when you make enough money, when you close enough clients, that's why objection feels personal and it feels like a rejection to you. You feel like rejected. But as a woman of color coach, I see this so often that you have to realize you are here, business is here. The business is not functioning without you. But you can function without the business. Let's say tomorrow you are selling the business, you keep on doing what you are doing, what you love to do, you keep on existing, you keep on living, right? And this is where we need to interrupt the pattern of believing that the business is your baby. That's why I don't call my business my baby. My business is a business. I can close this business today and start another business tomorrow, and it won't impact how I see myself. So again, objection is not a personal rejection. It's literally a data your business is giving to you to work with it. Second thing is ask for a decision, not for permission. Every sales call conversation or sales conversation in general, no matter if you're closing in the DMs or over a sales call, you are not asking someone, so do you want to join? That's the number one mistake you can do. And that's the number one indicator that you are already losing the sale. If you are hoping, okay, that they will say yes, right? You are literally helping them to make a decision with you on the call. So you are literally telling them, okay, so based on our conversation today, what you have shared with me, this is exactly what we solve inside my program. This is how we can get started. How do you want to move forward? Direct, clear, confident. How do you want to move forward? Is it a yes? Is it a no? You don't say is it a yes, is it a no? But literally, how do you want to move forward is the question. And you are helping the prospect to get into a yes or into a no. That is sales. It is a yes, it is a no. It can be a no as well, but it shouldn't leave the conversation but by maybe. When you are in a sales conversation and you are having this wishy-washy energy from your prospect and you don't know if they are signing up or if they are not signing up, then you didn't end the sales call. The sales call is still happening. The conversation is still happening until the prospect made a decision. A decision is a yes or a no. Which one is it? And you are helping them to get there. And the third one is hold the silence, okay? So after you present your offer, after you are saying your price, hey, working with me inside Leverage 20 is a one-time investment of $5,000. You stop talking. You are not justifying the price. You are not justifying the length of the program. You are not justifying why your credential is the reason why you are charging $5,000. No, you stop talking. The moment you start talking as the first person on the sales conversation, you are losing the sale. Let it be uncomfortable in that moment. Okay? And this is not manipulative. This is literally how sales works. It requires you to believe in what you are offering. It requires you that what you believe, it requires from you that you believe in your offer and that the client will make more out of it than what they are paying for right now. What you offer is worth the investment and even more. It requires you to be obsessed with the result your clients get and continue to be obsessed in their transformation. Obviously, I want to say The client result, it's a two pathway, means the client also needs to put in the work as you are putting in the work. It's like a relationship, but still be obsessed. Like, think about your clients and think about the results they are getting, or why they are not getting the result, and what is the reason for that. It requires from you that you are deciding that selling is not something you endure. It is something that you master with every single reps you are putting in. It is literally a skill that you are building as an entrepreneur. So a coach who is afraid to close is a coach who is not yet sold on herself. And I love to say that, be on yourself, be sold on yourself first. You have to be sold on yourself first. And this is exactly what we do inside Leverage 20, my group coaching program, where I help women of color coaches, industry expert, to double their revenue with fewer clients. Either we go all in with your one-on-one coaching, we are raising your price, or we are taking the expertise you have, the one-on-one expertise you have, and we are leveraging that into a scalable group offer. And this is what we are building together inside Leverage 20. There like no script, not a word for word pitch you are memorizing. That is not what I'm offering inside Leverage 20. What I teach you inside Leverage 20 in order to double your conversion rate and close more clients and have a 20K launch, have a 20K month, is by having a sales framework that is built around your offer, around your price point, around your authentic self, how you are naturally communicating. I hated, like, when I did sales call at the beginning stages of my business, like back in 2017, I hated looking at my 5 pages sales call framework or script, and like it was like an interview. I was interviewing the lead, the prospect. That's not what I teach my clients. I teach my clients how to have a normal conversation where you are helping your prospect to get to a decision. And the moment you have a framework and not a script, the less pressure you are having around sales calls. You are more free. And when you are more free, you are being more authentic. We will work on the beliefs, on the patterns that are sabotaging your sales calls before you even get onto them. Inside Leverage 20, you can build or you can book mock-up sales call with all the other women of color coaches and industry experts and continue to build that skill by doing reps. We help you to build a structure for handling every objection your prospects bring up so you never freeze again. And I came up with a concept which is called the objections chess game. When your prospect is making one move with an objection, you want to already have 5 different moves that you can do in order to lead them to get to a yes. I love this game, which is called like objection chess game. And literally that helped one of my clients. Her name is Mira. She is the executive coach. And she did that every single day for 3 minutes. She did this exercise. And she told me before that she was always like freezing up when it comes to objection and not knowing what to ask next. And because she did that every single day for 3 minutes, the next question, the next move is coming like a gun, out of a gun. Like she knows what to ask in order to help the client to stay with her and lead the conversation, continue to lead the conversation as a salesperson. We will train you to lead conversations with conviction because we will work on your offer so that you are being sold on yourself first, so that closing and having more clients inside your offer feels like the most natural thing that you have ever done in your business. Because when you fall in love with sales and you are being obsessed with your client's result, your conversion rate does not just go up, right? Your entire business changes. You will need fewer clients. You will need fewer calls. You will increase your price. You need less content because you are so good and becoming so great at communicating the value and articulating what you're doing, and you will make more money. That is what doubling your conversion rate actually means. Not working harder, but working from belief so that you are making smarter choices. So, when this landed for you today, and you are a woman of color coach, and you are an industry expert, like you're working in therapy, you are in ministry, quality leads, but they are backing down when, like, not moving forward with you, and you are seeing them, they are investing in some. This is an easy fix. It's a easy fix because you already did all these hard work to get someone to book a call with you, and now you are losing them because you don't know how to close them. So if this is landing for you and you are a woman of color coach and you want to double your revenue with a group offer, you want to learn how to increase your conversion rate, DM me ready. Just that one word, ready. And I will send you the details on Leverage 20, and we will figure out together if this is a good fit for you where you are right now. I don't take any and everyone inside my group because the community I am building inside Leverage 20 is, in my eyes, sacred, and I only want the best people inside Leverage 20. So do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until you have more leads. You are swimming in leads. The leads you already have is enough. You just need to learn and put in the work to close them consistently over and over again. Thank you so much for joining. I wish you a wonderful day, and I talk to you in the next episode. Bye.